The Blair Witch game is based off of the 2016 movie Blair Witch, which is a sequel to the 1998 movie The Blair Witch Project. It was released in 2019 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. As you would expect, it is a survival horror. The story doesn't seem to have much to do with the movies, but it's set 2 years after the original, taking place in 1996.
I was the last person he'd want to see. For all I knew, I could have crippled him for life.
The main character, Ellis, is a former police officer and war veteran with PTSD who enters the woods with his dog Bullet to search for a missing child. Ellis has a history of outbursts and has a rocky relationship with his ex-wife and sometimes butts heads with the town sheriff. On his way through the woods to meet up with the local police, Ellis blacks out, waking up at midnight. He and the other police cannot find each other via walkie-talkie, hinting that he might be in another reality on top of their own, a la Silent Hill. He continues to push forward to find the missing child even as he is stalked by demonic creatures and hears the whispering of the Blair Witch in his ear. The gameplay is pretty standard survival horror. Ellis is armed with a very old Nokia-type cell phone and a flashlight. Bullet can be used to search for clues and fed dog treats along with being pet.
We're looking for Peter, not the search party, buddy. Yeah, good dog.
He is customizable at the beginning of the game, and I highly recommend making him a light color with a pink collar. I gave him a pink collar and a dark coat the first time I played, but I constantly lost him in the dark, only able to find him if I caught a glimpse of that pink collar. Ellis comes across an old camcorder that can be used to watch tapes found in the forest, and by rewinding them to certain parts you can alter reality. For example, if a rock is pushed over, you can rewind the tape to where it was still standing up to make it get up again. At certain parts it can also be used sort of as night vision. It shows the location of the demonic creatures that are searching for you so you can avoid them. The most interesting aspect of the game to me is the cell phone. It's super old school. Since the game is set in the 90s, it makes sense, and it has a bit of customization you can play around with. The wallpaper and ringtones can be changed, and there's also a phone book, call history, text messages, and games. The phone book contains many entries that you can call during certain parts of the game. In the very beginning, I called the pizza place over and over until the guy flipped out at me for not making an order and turned phone ordering off.
I'll pass. Sorry.
Donnie's Pizza, only 1 hour left on our special offer. 2 for the price of 1. Can I take your order?
No, not right now. Thanks.
This is Donnie's Pizza. Try our signature Birkenstock Bulger, now with extra cheese. Can I take your order?
Maybe some other time.
Well, then why aren't you calling now? This is Donnie's Pizza. Pizza's so good, they almost eat themselves. Can I take your order?
Thanks. Maybe later.
Donnie's Pizza. Now, are you ready to order?
Sorry, no.
Well, pizza off then. This is Donnie's Pizza, and if you don't order this time, I swear I'm gonna fight you and shove a piece up your ass.
Sorry, wrong number.
The phone actually contains the original cell phone game Snake, though it is called Cobra in this version. It plays just like Snake, and I made it to 50 points before dying. I also played this when I was in a cave and the Blair Witch was talking to me and manipulating reality to freak me out, and I just ignored her. There are 2 other games, a Space Invaders type game and Super Rex, which is like that game on Google Chrome when you're offline and you play as the T-Rex trying to get points in the desert, but this version has a German Shepherd instead, similar to Bullet. Other than the phone, there isn't much uniqueness to this game and its story is a bit bland. The only character I really cared about was Bullet because... dog. The graphics are very good and the sound is very eerie. It's an extremely creepy game to play through and the creatures are horrifying. I would compare it to Silent Hill due to its uncertain reality and sense of isolation, and Alan Wake since you're exploring abandoned areas in a rural forest and defeat creatures with the flashlight. It's worth a play if you can get it cheap enough, but I wouldn't want to pay full price for it. It's a bit short as well, it can be beaten in about 4 hours or so. There isn't much connection to the movies except for the symbols, and I think it would have been better if there was no Blair Witch mixed in. It could have been more interesting if it had an original story and was more fleshed out.
What is it?
Thank you for watching the video. Please let me know in the comment section what you thought of the game or the video or something. Yeah, leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and feel free to check out my Redbubble and Patreon to help me out a lot, and that is all I have to say for today, so thank you for watching.